All right. Let's start this session, guys. Good evening to all the participants. Those who made it on time, thank you so much. While others join in, I would like to congratulate everybody who's shown up on time. And I believe there are certain people joining us from different parts of the world, which is very interesting to know for us as a company. And I welcome all of you on this platform. All right, for people who've joined before time or on time, if you could come on the videos, that would be great because this is a virtual platform. We want to get to know you, we want to see you. Probably we can learn a little bit more about you. What is your intention of joining this webinar? Because it's a program where it's a webinar where we'll talk about how to become a soft skills trainer, or how to at least get started in training as an industry. So I'm assuming most of you are interested in that space. That's why you've taken the time on a Friday to join us here, right? So if that's the case, I would like all my friends from whichever part of the world that you are to quickly come on the video and tell me your intention of joining this webinar on a Friday evening, right? Why are you here? What do you want to know about training, so that we can specifically answer those questions for you and maybe help you get on the fast track to becoming a trainer. All right, I can see some faces. Awesome. Yes, Rohit, a quick introduction and where you're from so that I have an idea a little bit more about you. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Rohit Pramanik. I'm a clinical psychologist and based in Dubai.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
this call is, yeah, I'm from India, though, and
Okay.
I'm working as a vice principal for one of the group of schools in Dubai.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
qualified as clinical psychologist, working as by profession educationist. By passion, I'm a musician. And some portion of my life is with Indian Army as an officer.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
And
Thank you so much.
while skills training, because I'm a specialized trainer and multiple trainings for principals, for teachers, for corporates on different modules of psychology, education, and even for skill development programs with NSDC.
Oh,
More
nice.
about it, just because I've conducted multiple training sessions on skill development programs, specifically soft skills and all. So wanted to enhance my training sessions. Maybe there's no harm in learning something new.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Of
what I believe.
course.
And
Of
every
course.
moment is a moment for
Yes.
learning. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
Gauri.
much. Thank you, Rohit. Thanks for the introduction. Yes. Who do we have? Miss Koshi. What's your full name? How do I call
Hi,
you? Hello.
I'm Swapna Koshi.
Swapna. Okay. Yes, Swapna. Where are you from and what do you do?
I'm also from Dubai.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yes. Great.
I was a professor here. I'm on a sabbatical. So
Okay.
I used to teach soft skills as part of my communication courses. So I think that's very life changing. So I
Mm.
want to go into training and coaching.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to do training for professionals and from all over the world. So
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the video first and introducing yourself. For all you camera shy people, no worries. You can put your introduction in the chat box also. I'm not going to push or prod you. Okay, we have Kazi. Okay, go ahead. We have Kazi. Yes, Kazi. Where are you from? What do you do? You're on mute, Kazi.
Yeah,
Yes.
good evening, everybody. My name is Qazi Mohammad Tausif Ahmed. I'm from actually from Pakistan and working here in Saudi Arabia. And some of one of your representative was in touch with me
Okay.
regarding your upcoming training program to be conducted in November
Right.
2025. I have had some concerns, some questions,
Mhm.
and which are still there.
Okay.
But meanwhile, this thing came up, so I thought why not to attend this webinar. This will help me to understand you guys a little better than before.
Mhm.
And if things go well, inshallah, I may join your program offered in November, and
Okay.
if not in November, inshallah next year. Because there is one personal reason I am traveling in November, and especially in those dates, so it won't be yani, easy for me to manage both traveling and because it's a short visit with my family in Pakistan. So during those 1 week time, it would be a little difficult for me to manage everything, especially online program, because I don't want to just be there and just just be there. I don't want to be that. I want to be an active member of the program, and for that matter, I'm thinking about it. But that's how it is. I'm an educator serving the industry for the past 25 years. My subjects are business studies and accounting. I am a trainer as well, and I have conducted so many training sessions. I have worked as director teachers training program as well. And you guys are also trying to launch your business here in Jeddah as well. The
Yes.
representative told me, and you are in process of that. So if you guys come to Jeddah, I will.
Of course,
It
of
will be good.
course. Why not,
Yeah,
Kazi?
yeah. This is all I have for you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Kazi, for that brief introduction. Wonderful. A lot of friends from Dubai and Saudi. Nice, interesting. I think we have some friends from Malaysia also. For the rest who haven't been able to introduce themselves, I would request you to please put it in the chat box so the others also have an idea of people from different parts of the country or India or outside India. Because we do work in Malaysia also, and I can see a couple of people who I know who have logged in from Malaysia. All right, no worries. With this, let's start today's session, guys. We'll keep it short to the point so as to save time for you and for us. And towards the end, we will have a quick Q&A so that any specific questions you have that we may not have answered as part of the program, we can then take it one-on-one. All right? Okay, great. Let's do a quick intro. My name is Bharti Kumaria. Joining me is Mr. G.R. Sitaraman. We are the founders of Trainer Collective. We started this organization, it's been 5 years now. 2020 is when we kind of started this organization, and we've been lucky to have found the right people and build a community of our corporate clients and people like you who attend our programs. And now it's a thriving community of 7,000 plus practitioners globally, both in corporate and outside corporate. Of course, we run these practitioner programs, which we run almost every year, almost every alternate month. We have one or the other program happening. Yesterday, we finished our Certificate of Science of Happiness Practitioner program, which is a very interesting program we launched almost 1.5 years back, which has been received very well by the community. And Train the Trainer is something we've been doing for about 5 years now. Mostly, a lot of people ask us, are your programs online? Yes. We prefer to do it online just because our audience is from all across. So just from a logistics point of view, it just makes sense for us to put people together in an online session. Earlier, before COVID, we used to do offline. Maybe next year we may decide to, depending on how the year kind of turns out for us. So this why Trainer Collective, if anybody has ever gotten a chance to go through our website. So we as a company predominantly work on 6 areas of human development, right? So these are areas which we are competent in, which I would say we have developed internally through a lot of R&D, and most or I would say all of our certificate programs run around these lines, right? So we have our emotional intelligence certificate program, social intelligence, moral, creative, collaborative, environmental. Of course, Train the Trainer is an addition. So I'll talk to you about why we as a company launched Train the Trainer, how you can associate yourselves with us. That I'll cover towards the end of the session. But predominantly, when anybody asks us, why Trainer Collective, or why, for what we are known in the industry, we are known for this 6i holistic human development model, and we more or less work around these areas. So we have created programs around this. We deliver programs around this to our customers, both in India and outside India. And we prefer to do things that we are good at, and we prefer to outsource things that we are not good at. So all kinds of trainers who join us, they come with their own competencies. If it matches with what we have, great. If it doesn't, then we can always use your strengths and build on that, right? That's at least our way of looking at things in Trader Collective. So, what are our flagship programs? Quickly take you through this. Of course, in detail, you can always read through our websites. Social and emotional, like I said, train the trainer, like Kazi was saying that we're doing in the month of November. Certificate of Happiness Practitioner, we just finished our October batch yesterday. Moral Intelligence for Leadership is specifically for trainers who are looking to train senior or mid to senior managements. If you're dealing with that level of leadership based trainings, this program can add a lot of value. In fact, this is one of our hot selling products at Trainer Collective, especially for leaders, or C-suite as we'd like to call it. Value and ethics based decision making. And of course, creativity and innovation, which goes hand in hand in anything you do. Especially now, the requirement for that has picked up with AI coming into the picture. So a very interesting, a very niche area that we as a company also get into. So my point of sharing this was that, some people think that, oh, they're just an emotional intelligence company, or oh, they only do these train the trainer. We do a lot of other programs besides this, and we run them throughout the years. That's why we are only able to do 2 batches a year, because back to back we have other programs running, right? All right. Like he said, next batch in 22nd November. I'll talk about this towards the end. I don't want to take too much time right now. Again, this is also something, this option is for people who are interested in the empanelment opportunity with the company. So if at all you decide to stick with us till the end of this session, I will talk about this in detail and take your Q&As, specifically reserved for people who would like to transition into training as a career and would like to onboard themselves with us as a company. All right. Okay, great. What we will be covering today in a nutshell is the evolving landscape of soft skills training, right? Debunking some modern myths, essential skills for effective training. How can you overcome challenge as a soft skills trainer? Skills required to become one, and how Trainer Collective can help you in your journey through their empanelment opportunities. That we will cover towards the end of the session. I will now want Mr. Sitaram to start the session, and then I'll join you midway. He can probably quickly introduce himself. He comes with almost 2 decades of corporate experience, retired as a vice president from a very big international MNC. So I don't want to do his introduction. I'd probably let him do it so that you can hear from him also.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bharti. And welcome all of you. I'm seeing people from UAE, I think a couple of people from Malaysia also, and India, right? If I've rightly understood. I'll just quickly take you through. I started my journey with Xerox India Limited, which is earlier Modi Xerox. And earlier they were, a combination of Xerox Corporation in America and Modi Xerox. I started campus recruitment from there. I joined. Almost 2 decades, I've worked in various organizations, big companies like Mafai, Randstad, and various organizations. And to just quickly brief you, what is very important is that my journey, my experience has given me the wisdom of how soft skills are so important. I've recruited more than 6,000 people in my career of 2 decades. And whenever we recruit, there are 2 elements we see, the 2 attributes. One is their functional knowledge, their academic background. And in the middle level, we see whether they have an experience. That's all. But after recruiting people, the challenge starts when we are actually putting them on the job. Most of them lose their jobs because of lack of soft skills and life skills. So this always triggered me that what is the actual problem? And I went more deep into this. And that's how we realized that today across the globe, the problem is not unemployment, not employable. but still we employ them because there is an emergency, there is an urgency, so we go ahead. So unfortunately, soft skills are lacking. And what are soft skills? To very precise, soft skills are more external than internal, team building, then interactive skills, communication, relationship management and all that. But life skills are something to do with a mix of both, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, the way you are able to, rediscover yourself, plus your social intelligence also play important, and also the functional skills. For example, somebody is very good in carpentry, somebody is good in tailoring, somebody is good in cookery. So that is also coming in as life skills because that is a functional skill. But very critical is the internalization in life skills are very, very important. So I think probably we use this word very casually, soft skills, soft skills, soft skills. It cannot be only soft skills. It has to be life skills. So soft skills, what do we see that? Personal attributes and social skills that affect one, how you interact with others and yourself, So to some extent, there are some elements where we interact with yourself in terms of self-talk, self-concept, self-esteem, and self-knowledge. So enables one to adapt different situations and handle workplace challenges better. So what is very critical is how you manage you internally and externally is very important, because ultimately when you join a corporate as an employee or you are an entrepreneur, you have to ensure that these skills are something carried across your journey. Otherwise, it's a problem. Most important for a trainer is a passion. We'll come to that later. But without passion, you can never be a trainer. Trust me, I was not a trainer. I have always been in sales and marketing. I have been in operations. I have been in CRM. And I used to interact with clients and all that. But naturally, genetically, I had the skills of, interacting with them because I had a lot of curiosity in knowing what that guy is. So sometimes it comes with genetically, but of course you have to keep developing it. But what is very critical is passion. This last 5 years has taught me again with wisdom. Without passion, you can never become a trainer. You should always have that fire in the belly that I'll want to become a trainer. It's not a side business. Many people say, I will do this. I have nothing, so I will become a trainer also. It's not easy. 8 hours you have to stand and train at times, sometimes 15 hours, sometimes 20 hours. And I know those who are actually very actively involved in training will understand the pain involved in it. At times you can get fused. At times you will have participants asking very difficult questions. Sometimes the biggest challenge today is the attention span. People have very less attention span. So keeping all that in mind, it's not like art skills that, when you have a job specific knowledge, you have the entire knowledge in terms of academic background and all that. The soft skills and hard skills have to be developed over a period of time. And trust me, when you become a leader, what is very critical is how do you manage and align everybody with different values and different attitudes and behavior. So it's not easy, and soft skills are something where the companies look at you that whether there can be a behavioral change with your employees. That's not easy because behavior is something which is coming last. First comes your VACOG, your observation, and the way you absorb the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory, then gustatory. From there, it moves to the, you start forming values, ethics, and morals. And then from there, your belief systems start taking over. From the belief systems start your attitudes, and from attitudes you come to mindsets, and from mindsets you come to behavior. So behaviors is the last. So most of the soft skills we think, behavioral change, it's not as easy as we think. Okay. Now, so soft skills are important. And what is a soft skills trainer? A person who can bring a change in another person, which is not easy. It's a very tough thing. Right? How can you change somebody overnight? The way they are from young age is so imbibed that it takes a lot of time. And this 5 years has been a very experiential for me in terms of, how do we empower people, how to become how to empower, how to be a facilitator, how to be a guide, how to be a content creator. Sometimes you cannot be everything. For example, I have done training for large organizations. So when I do large organizations, at times, although I am prepared very well, I prepare well, practice very well and come, but you don't know what is waiting for you. Because most of the time you don't have the opportunity to meet the participants before the training program. That is the biggest catch. So you will see somebody more knowledgeable than you in today's world. With Google and artificial intelligence and all that coming in, today's kids are also very smart. They can check everything whenever you are training. So they know that whether this man is speaking sense or not. So it is going to be all the more challenging. Subject knowledge is very, very critical. Whatever subject you are going to teach, whether it is team building or whether it is something to do with relationship management or something to do with the interactive skills or self-awareness, emotional intelligence, your knowledge should be in the tip of your, your fingers. That is very important. And empowerer is very important. You should know when to empower, when to be a facilitator, because sometimes the participants are very smart. They will try to check whether are you having knowledge, and two people can also have some sort of a debate during the training. So when they are debating on something, some guy will say no, you are wrong, and another guy will say no, you are wrong. Then you should have to put the hat of a facilitator, stop training immediately, because people are not interested at that point of time, because everybody wants to show that they are more knowledgeable. This is very critical. I have faced this in many of my trainings. I immediately have to and I just keep silent, and I don't want to push them or try to overpower knowledge. So what is a facilitator? Becoming a moderator. Immediately you have to become a moderator. You allow them to speak, that's okay, but you have to take charge of the situation. I've seen people arguing within the participants. And immediately you take charge, become a moderator, become a facilitator, and say that, you give your opinion the last and tell them that, hey, look, there is something, there can be your truth and your truth, but there is something called the truth. So that has to be taken control by the trainer. Okay. So content creator is very tough. It's not easy. Who is a content creator? Guy who can visualize what should be the best content. Today, all the tools are available. No doubt about that. You have Canva, you have AI generated, PPTs can be done. Everything could be done, but it has to be very, very clear in terms of the subject matter. It should not deviate. Imagine I am talking something irrelevant and the PPT is something very different. You have to create a context. So when you start the training, what is very critical is to creating the context. It can be ice breaking. It can be an activity, anything you can do. But without the context, if you're going somewhere else, people can see that. Okay, great, fine. Now, 2025, the most important soft skill in 2000, it should be important is communication skills. Now, communication skills is a very double-edged sword. Trust me. Imagine somebody, I have seen in my training programs, I call the guys and come and stand and speak for 1 minute on a topic. They will fumble because they have poor knowledge in English. Right? They have poor knowledge in English. Now I call them and speak the same thing for 2 minutes or 1 minute in their mother tongue. They speak very fluently because they are good in their mother tongue. Now tell me, is it a communication skills problem or an English language problem? The problem is the English language. So you cannot, say everybody that communication, this is very sad that, we immediately put a stamp on them and say that you are having communication skills problem. No, they have an English speaking problem. This is important to identify. So communication skills will come with clarity, concise, and also very, very clear in terms of whatever they are speaking. Clear, concise, and clarity. These 3 C's are important. Then comes emotional intelligence, which is becoming more and more important today. The self-awareness, the self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. It's an area where it's going to become very important for leaders in the coming years. Interpersonal skills is more than communication skills. It's called interactive skills. There is one thing which is important is clarifying, reacting, and there is one is you have reacting, you have clarifying, and also you are having a communication, two-way dialogue. So sometimes you should know how to speak, because interactive skills are, You cannot be aggressive everywhere. You have to be very, either you agree or disagree. Defending, attacking is not a good mode of speaking. You need to build a topic, right? You need to build a topic. You have to have a clear interaction. Testing and understanding is very, very important. You should always test and understand to be an active listener. And then comes leadership management. Of course, all of you are aware of leadership and management, which is very critical. Today, leaders have to stand at the back and lead the team, not in front and tell you all come follow me. Nobody will follow. You have to ensure that they are all aligning. So leadership and management is going to become more and more tricky in the coming years. Adaptability and resilience. Adaptability is what? What is adaptability? The first universal truth of life is change is constant and it is here to stay. Continuously change is impermanent. Change is impermanent. Change is never constant. It continuously change. And this impermanency is the cause of suffering. Because of this impermanency, we all suffer. Because we think that this is the way things are going to happen, but that doesn't happen. A new change comes. And then you are suffering. Why I told this is, if you can adapt to that situation, great. We come from a different generation. Today, artificial intelligence is ruling. Now, either I learn or I completely get out of the field itself. I perish. So that is what adaptability is all about, and resilience. Resilience is very, very, very important. How calm and quietly you are able to manage situations in an adverse conditions. Critical thinking and problem solving. Yes, we all require critical thinking and problem solving. Then only innovation will happen. Time management and productivity. Extremely important in terms of time. And the last but not the least is customer service and relationship management. So all these areas cover up most of the areas. The list of soft skills, 100% 2025, we should carry at least out of the 8, 6 of the skills have to be in your fingertips. You have to be an excellent in this area. Yeah, Bharti.
In
You want to
fact,
say something?
yeah, I'm just adding to that. In fact, for the next 10 years, a lot of trainers come to us, asking that what are the hot selling topics? What are the niches? These topics have been around for the last 10 years. They're going to be around for the next 10 years, right? Even with AI coming into picture, you need a human being who's unbiased. You need a human being who can train AI ethically and morally, right? So when you, if at all any of you are looking at it from a career point of view, if you're already into soft skills training, don't just talk generic soft skills, right? As a company, we are in highly specialized niche areas because the demand has slowly changed. Of course, there's always going to be generic demands of generic communication, email etiquettes, things of that nature, but now it's becoming highly specific. So you need to be a master of something. That's why whenever we hire trainers, we're always looking for that specific USP that you bring to the table. Because, let's be honest, the soft skills training industry is highly saturated, whether you're in India, whether you're in Dubai, whether you're in Malaysia. In fact, Malaysia, we know that it's all HRDC regulated, right? So there are almost 10,000 trainers there already, which is regulated by the government. So more competition. So when you are in an industry which is already competitive, not just from a skills point of view, but also from a price point of view, where people are constantly on the verge of undercutting each other, what then do you bring as a trainer? Right? So if you are looking to transition and build this as a career, again, I'm talking from a career point of view. This is not a add-on. If you are here looking for an add-on or a side activity, this webinar is not for you. This company is not for you. We are very passionate and we are very serious about the kind of work we do, the kind of clients we cater to, and the kind of community we are building. Right? We are an L&D company and we specialize in corporate trainings, both offline and online. And for us to give people that chance, we really need someone who comes with that passion and that specialization. So from a soft skills trainer point of view, the first thing would be, what am I really good at? What if Bharti and Sita were to hire me for this activity and I could probably deliver 2.5 hours worth of training in my sleep? Right? That's your competency. That's your it just automatically comes to you. Now, like Sita was mentioning, as a soft skills trainer, you're going to you're going to get a lot of pushback from people. That's just how the industry has been for a while now. I don't know about your personal experience, but we have been on this journey for about 5 years. So we kind of have gotten all these kinds of questions thrown up at us from time to time. Also, please note, we as a company do not like to use the term soft skills. We are predominantly in the life skills space. But like, Sita was mentioning, they overlap. And mainstream, the most popular term the most popular term which is used is quote unquote soft skills. So that's why we thought that, okay, we'll call this a soft skills training, because most people understand that word and not necessarily life skills. Though there's not too much of a difference, but there's definitely an overlap, an add-on, I would say. So what common myths there are? Soft skills come naturally. This slide is very important for you as a trainer, because I'm sure you would have received these kind of perceptions from people around you, or even from employees within an organization, people from a technical background saying that I don't need this, these are all mushy subjects, these are not tangible, you can't measure this, there's no ROI, things of that nature. That most companies in our space probably hear day in and out. I think Sita would agree, from most of our clients, right? So soft skills comes naturally. Training is not needed. Soft skills are less important than technical skills. Soft skills aren't measurable. One workshop is enough. Nowadays, clients don't even want one workshop. For some weird reason, they are under the belief that soft skills can be taught in 1 hour. We had a client from Dubai who happened to be one of our participants. She was a participant in one of our workshops, and she said, Bharti, our company wants to do this wellness program. I said, great, we'll create something for you guys. And this is a big international trading company based out of Dubai. And she said, and I said, so how many days? What are you looking at? And she said, no, we just want for 1 hour, and you just come and talk. I'm like, the person's name, I said, what we do, right? I can recommend someone who will do this, but we don't really do this. It's a waste of my time. It's a complete waste of your time. You can yourself do this because you are certified through us, so you do it. So that's the perception that let's just do something and get it out of the way. And I don't blame them, to each their own. It all depends on the human resource department and the L&D department, if there is something of that nature. But this perception still remains in most organizations, if not all. And I'm talking in India, outside India, in different countries, because we've had experiences of pitching our programs across and everywhere. More or less it's similar, but once in a blue moon you happen to find like-minded people, and then things just kind of click for you. Why I'm telling you this is, I'm giving you a very real perspective. I think that's one of the reasons why you probably joined this webinar, specifically for people who do not know the business part of this industry. I'm spending a little bit more time on this, right, to give you kind of an unbiased view. So why soft skills? As a practitioner, then your why becomes more important for you to kind of pursue a program, or let's say pursue this career, for that matter, right? There must be a reason why you decided to get into this. You could have gotten into any other kind of training. You could have gotten into AI training. Maybe you're already doing it, but you want to add soft skills toolkit to your repertoire, whatever you're doing. Is because nobody necessarily spends a lot of time talking about these things right through school, up to college, up to job. People assume that life will teach you this along the way. You're going to meet a toxic boss, and that's going to teach you resilience. You're going to have a heartbreak in life, and that's probably going to teach you how to fight through adversity, or go through volatile emotions. It'll teach you emotional intelligence. Unfortunately, for most people it never happens. Our youngest participants have been 25, our oldest participants have been 65. In fact, one of our oldest participants have been 72. And I told him that, sir, we have so much to learn from you. At your age, you are coming and spending time doing programs from our company. Any particular reason? And he said, I spent too much of my time chasing things which meant nothing. At this age of 72, when I look back, I have no idea what my purpose in life is. I still don't know how to regulate my emotions. In fact, I have no friends and I'm extremely lonely. If anything, you can teach me more about life than my 72 years of living. Quote unquote. And he's a very dear friend of ours and he's part of our community. So, this is just to give you a perspective of how transformational this business is, right? And you can be a trainer, you can be a counselor, you can be a coach, you can be a mentor, whatever aspect of this industry you choose to get into. Please get into it, because you know that even an iota of whatever you're adding to someone's life can hugely transform their life, right? That's why it's called behavioral skills, which means that through concerted effort, we are trying to change your behavior, right? Through guided interventions. So your job becomes 10x. That means more responsibility on you, not just as a trainer. Of course, we are in the training industry, so I'm just going to talk about it. But even for people here who have done their ICF coaching, counseling, whatever space you are in, believe me, these skills are transformational if you approach it the right way. ROIs are off the charts, right? And we'll come to that. I mean, now you can actually measure ROIs for soft skills also. Which brings me to this table, which I think is kind of I don't even have to emphasize the importance of this, as all of you who are either into soft skills training or budding soft skills trainer, this will make a lot more sense to you. So which aspects of your life, whether it's technical or soft skill, how much percentage of that affects those aspects of your life, right? So career and professional, technical is 70%, soft skills is 85%, problem solving more or less similar, personal relationship, and trust me, 9 out of 10 problems arise due to personal relationships, not just in your life personally, but also at work. Today's culture has become so toxic, so competitive, that you need to teach these skills to people on how to regulate their emotions, how to communicate effectively with each other without tearing each other apart, right? And how to lead with empathy, a very fancy term that many CEOs write on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has become this holy ground for thought leaders to come and write inspirational quotes and how empathy is so important. But in our 5 years of having dealt with companies, we know the reality is far from that, right? These are the leaders who will blame their employees for not performing. When you do a proper analysis of the company, you'll know the CEOs are the ones who are toxic, not the employees. That's the harsh reality of the industry. And as a trainer, unfortunately, you have no say, because, well, you're an outsider, so-called outsider. Adaptability and lifelong learning, technical at 60 and soft at 90. Now, I don't want to reiterate the importance of this. I think just putting things into a slide brings a bit more perspective. I'm sure you all know this. I'm not talking anything out of the syllabus, so to say, right? Leadership and influence is 95, collaboration, networking, 95, stress and work-life balance, almost between 85 to 90%. So what we are telling you is something is something companies who we work with know, right? Every day people keep talking about work-life balance, we need that. But when it comes to implementing things, that's where the issue starts. So we always say in all our programs, both Sita and I, that what you know and what you do, that's the gap. We know many things, but unfortunately, we don't do anything about it. right? That's why we need us. We need people like you. We need soft skills trainers to bridge the gap, to bring you to the next level. That is where behavioral modification that we, call universally is needed, right? So let's talk about some numbers for people, who are interested from a career point of view, so to say, because, a lot of my friends ask, is there money in training? I've heard if you become an ICF coach, you make more money. How about I get into something else? I'll get into therapy. So first of all, you shouldn't be asking these questions if you have made up your mind that you want to get into soft skills training, because training is different from facilitation, it's different from coaching, it's different from counseling, it's different from mentoring, right? So a lot of people confuse each other because they don't have the right awareness about it. So once you've decided you want to get into training, you can always transition into coaching. In fact, a lot of coaches have come to us who've moved to become trainers. A lot of trainers have come to us who have then added coaching to their toolkit. Whatever it is, you should be passionate about the subject. It doesn't matter what you like to call it, right? So statistically speaking, why you are needed more than ever today, not just in 2025, my prediction for this is going to be around for the next 10 or more years. Even with AI coming into the picture, you would be required even more than before, is that 92% of global business leaders believe that soft skills are critical. WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, now this was a statistic we took from 24, I'm sure the numbers have changed in 25, where they projected the future of jobs, that over 50% of employees will need significant upskilling in soft skills by 25. Companies, and this we also accept because we have been part of many company interventions where we do a pre and post analysis and we know the numbers, they do increase. Companies with robust soft skills training have seen up to 15% higher productivity and 20% improved employee retention. And for companies who do this, so-called great companies to work with, again, it's a very controversial topic. Till today, both Sita and I thought that, companies who are called great companies to work with are actually practicing people development policies which are for the good of the people. Now, if you'll see, every company is a great place to work in. That's because you just have to pay a lump sum fee of 2.5 lakhs and you can get it. So when you walk into a company and you see the fancy great place to work in, don't get carried away. Is what, because I got carried away and I thought that these companies probably have the best practices. Unfortunately, money can buy that also. Again, I'm not talking about many, but if you see now, there has been this upward trend of many companies becoming great places to work with. And if you actually look at the interventions, the HR and L&D team are literally doing nothing about it. Only about 35 to 40% of Indian employees, I'm talking about India. Of course, I don't have the stats for Malaysia and Dubai. So my friends in the UAE and Malaysia can tell me about that. Of Indian employees currently receive structured soft skills training. Only 35 to 40%. I know the number is higher in Malaysia just because it is regulated by the government thanks to HRDC. It is compulsory, otherwise companies are penalized. So I'm assuming the numbers would be higher for Malaysia just because the training industry is highly regulated there of our experience. But this number is still shocking, right? If you think about it, it's a very low number. So that means either they have the awareness, but they don't want to do anything about it. B, it could also be a total budget issues, right? That the company has decided to slash training budgets that year, and well, they couldn't do training for their employees. Whichever part that there is, you need to know the reality of the business before getting into the business, right? So what skills should you have? Like we told you about, if you haven't yet decided your niche, you can pick and choose any one of them. We as a company work in all those areas, and all our 6 areas of intelligence includes all of this, right? So whether it's effective communication, emotional intelligence, adaptability, personal branding is a very interesting topic that a lot of corporates go for. Sales acumen, if you're good in sales and marketing, presentation and storytelling, curriculum, content and development, digital literacy, and AI integration. Of course, AI is the new wave. So if you can get on that wave, that's great. In fact, we would be launching AI based training courses ourselves next year. Is it how big the wave is going to be? We don't know, because with every high comes a low. But right now, since it's trending, I think everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. But anyway, like, even as a soft skills trainer, you should know about AI, because any tool that you use directly helps you in your productivity and even creating content. You know, the time that it used to take me to create a simple workflow for a training session was anywhere between 1 to 1.5 days. Now I can do it within 30 minutes thanks to AI. So use AI as and when needed for your job as a trainer, right? So top 8 soft skills trends in 2025. Of course, we are closing 25, but these predictions hold for the next year also. AI powered personalized learning, virtual coaching and AI chatbots, experiential and immersive learning, especially in the space that we are in. Experiential and immersive learning is required more. I wish we could do more offline trainings, and we hope to restart doing that from the next year, because the power of anything that we teach is most felt in person, right? So in person trainings are always more effective than online trainings, even in our personal experience. But then there are a lot of things to it. You know, sometimes people are not available, sometimes people don't have the budget for it. So online is the best way to get people from different parts of the world, like here today, right? It wouldn't have been possible if I had to do this session offline for every country. It makes no sense. Emotional intelligence, ethical leadership, micro learning and blended learning. So do make sure, because like Mr. Sitaram was saying, that attention spans is too short. So we try to keep our presentations very specific to the topic, because we understand as human beings our attention span is anywhere between 1 to 2 hours. And anybody who decides to join our programs, all our sessions are also in that duration. In fact, all our programs, we do it anywhere between 1 to 1.5 hours only. Of course, for X number of days, because we know that you don't have the attention to sit for more than that. Something called an online fatigue, because you're sitting in front of the, laptop. So people get exhausted very fast. And it's just simpler if it is bite-sized and micro learning. So as a trainer, don't focus on giving too much together. Just kind of dissect the information on the most important points, and give them in a very clean and crisp way, so that whatever you're trying to tell your audience goes to them. Otherwise there's no point of wasting their time, right? And your time, spending hours and creating fancy PPTs that nobody's going to listen to. Now, these are just towards the last end of this program. We are going to talk about a couple of questions that we get from our participants. So we have kind of, put this together. Maybe you have these questions, maybe you don't, maybe you have some other questions that we'll talk later once we are closer to the end of the session. So I can speak very well and have a pleasing personality. Isn't that enough? You wouldn't believe the amount of times people have come to us saying that, Bharti, listen, I have exceptional communication skills. I can deliver anything in my sleep. I'm a fantastic trainer. You don't have to worry about this. I don't need to upskill myself. Any trainer who ever utters this sentence, I don't need to upskill myself, I'm sorry to say, you're not fit to be a part of this industry. Because as a trainer, by default, it is your job to constantly upskill, constantly learn, right? Because you are then becoming an authority figure in a specific subject. You cannot know it all. There is always something out there which is more. And if you're not a sponge who is ready to absorb information, then I'm sorry, my friend, there are going to be other trainers far better than you who have the passion to learn new things, and they're going to get work and you won't. So anybody who comes to us with this preconceived, I don't know, thing in their head, that I know everything. And then we very politely say, I think, Sita, if you know everything, you don't need us, right? You don't need us. You don't need us. You know everything. Why do you have to spend your time, energy, and money on doing any course through us? Don't do it, right? So, as a trainer, you need to have a mindset, I don't know enough. Only then the growth will happen. So even though you speak very well and you use fantastic vocabulary, if my participants cannot understand you, it's a waste for me, right? There are a lot of participants from Malaysia here. In fact, when we were training in Malaysia, we had participants who were Chinese, Malays. And for us, it was a cultural shock because the way Indian audiences respond is very different than a Chinese or a Malayan audience response, right? I don't know if there are any Chinese people in the audience today, but Chinese people by default are very logical in nature. They are not very emotional. They always want to know the logic behind this, or they always want to study things more deeply. Whereas an Indian audience would like a little bit more of icebreakers. They are far more emotional in nature because we are a collectivist society. We like to stick together, right? So if you don't approach to the emotion of that individual, they will not be with you. Culturally different. I'm sure it's very different in the UAE. Probably Kazi can tell us better, right? Or other people who come with that experience. So culturally different. So as a trainer, if you are going to position yourself as an international trainer, you should also understand that. Now, what challenges you may face as a trainer? Okay. Again, like I told you many times, it's a saturated market. The market is crowded with many trainers vying for your attention. So if you don't have a niche, if you don't have a standalone program of yours, if there's not something interesting that you're selling, probably marketing that is going to become a challenge, right? Because there are like 10 more people who are doing similar things. Establishing credibility, that's why I guess certificates come into picture. For the sole purpose of, for us at Trainer Collective, we believe certificate is just a piece of paper. I have many certifications. A lot of my participants who do their programs, they have many certifications. But when it comes to actually taking the training session, the knowledge is very poor. So you can have the fanciest certificates from the fanciest places in the world, but if you're not doing anything about it, then it's just a piece of paper laminated on your wall, right? To become a trainer, unfortunately, some people do ask whether you are a certified trainer from wherever it is that you choose to do. So it comes in handy. I'm not telling you not to get into or not to, certify yourself or upskill yourself, but don't be in this assumption that that itself is going to open 1,000 doors. It doesn't work that way. Overcoming skepticism, like I told you, skepticism about soft skills training, adapting to new digital tools. AI trend is coming, so if you're not on it, then you'll be set back behind. So you need to upskill in that space also. And a low digital presence. Now, the Train the Trainer program that I will talk to you about towards the end of the program, of the session, is a program designed for people who want to learn how to become a trainer, right? We obviously add a very small section of how to sell and market yourself also. But I always tell my trainers, you should also do a separate course on sales and marketing. Because these are two skill sets you need hand in hand. One, to become a knowledge expert, right? Whatever area that you're choosing, you need to be the best. So what do you need to do that? You need to upskill, you need to get certified, right? You need to read more, all of that goes. The second is, I know all these things, but nobody knows about me. So how do I put these skills in front of those people? That's where the sales and marketing comes, right? And in my personal experience, you can be a, sorry to say, shitty trainer, but very good in sales. Or you can be the best trainer, but very bad in sales. And sales and marketing, unfortunately, the reality is, to be good in this business, to be seen, you need to sell yourself. A lot of people are very shy. Oh, I don't know, I'm an introvert. I don't know if I should put myself out there. Well, if you cannot put yourself out there, then take the help of somebody who will help you. If you have the budget to hire a digital marketing agency, do it. When we started, we also kind of started from ground zero. In fact, I learned Facebook ads all by myself. We've never really hired an extra agency. A, because they charge a whole lot of money. B, as an entrepreneur, if you don't know how marketing works, even hiring somebody is not going to help. Right? So if you yourself are not equipped with these things, probably have someone along with you who can complement these aspects. Right? So one is knowing the subject, second is selling the subject. So you need to be a master of, or at least have enough knowledge about both. I wouldn't say a master, right? Which comes to the last section
किसी भी समय
of
और महिलाएं नहीं आ जाती और एक इलेक्शन में आप लोग का एक महिलाओं को रिझाने का मुद्दा रहता है
I think somebody was on unmute. Okay. Was that what can you do now to thrive as a soft skills trainer, right? Which is, unfortunately, I'm not going to sugarcoat things because it is what it is you are going to commit to continuous learning. There's no easy path to this. Let's be very honest. It's not as easy as it looks. People think training or taking these sessions you can just sleepwalk through it. If you could sleepwalk through it, you would have by now. Unfortunately, you can't, and so you are here, right? So you need to commit to continuous learning. Upskilling goes without a question. Building your personal brand, a lot of that we talk as part of our program. In fact, we have a lot of people who we can refer to you, who will help you as part of our team to build your personal brand. Of course, they're going to charge their own fee, so they just come through our reference, but you get that as part of our Train the Trainer program when you decide to join it. Embracing emerging technologies, expanding your network. Networking is very important, whichever part of the world that you are in. Specializing in niching down. If anything that you can take from today's session that I've been speaking and Mr. Sitaram has been speaking for more than an hour now, is you need to specialize and niche down. You have to become a master of something. It could be anything, any of the soft skills that you choose to do. But pick one lane and become good at it. And if you're not good at something, outsource it to somebody. That's why we have a community of trainers, right? Sita and I can't do everything. We can only do certain things, and the others we outsource, right? So what careers you can have? You can be a soft skills corporate trainer if you want to become. Nowadays, you can become an AI integrated learning facilitator, helping people use AI or use AI to facilitate workshops. You can tie up with an AI company also. That's something a lot of people are doing. Leadership and executive trainer, of course, online course creator. You can make a course online and sell it. This has been going on for years now. Emotional intelligence and well-being trainer, especially after COVID, mental health has become a huge thing. And I think, if we are to predict the next 10 years, mental health is going to pick up a lot more. And we would need people in the wellness, both physical as well as mental industry. So if you are interested in this subject, probably you can niche down on this also. Public speaking, people also call it as keynote speakers. Sales and negotiation, personal branding trainers, right? These are some areas that we have handpicked for you, just so that if you haven't yet figured out who you want to be or who you want to position yourself as, maybe picking one of these could be the next first step. People who've already picked up, you don't need to worry about this slide. This is specifically for people who are just starting from ground zero and want to establish their authority in one particular area. So my point of showing this is choose a lane. Don't be everywhere, right? Choose a lane that you're good at, and people will pay you money for it because you're the best at it. All right. Now, this is where, remember, I had spoken to you about what we can do for you, right? How we can add value to your profile. This is where we come in. Like Kazi was mentioning, we do have our programs, and I'll take a bit of time for people who are interested in getting started on their journey with Trainer Collective. So I'm specifically going to talk about that. Um, why certificates are important, at least to become a trainer. In most other places, people don't necessarily ask you for it, but train the trainer kind of becomes a prerequisite even when we are pitching to our clients. And we only pitch our participants to our clients. We don't work with anybody outside of this community because we believe it is our, at least we want to help out people who genuinely want to get to the next level. And if you don't have the desired network or the access, we might be able to help you along the way. Right? So it opens doors, at least people start taking you seriously. Okay, they're a certified trainer, fine. And of course, it's part of upskilling, right? Whether you choose to do your certificate program through Trainer Collective or you choose to do from anywhere, that's completely up to you. My point is that specifically when it comes to becoming a trainer, people tend to ask this question a little bit more. Though in my experience, I've never have been asked those questions, even though we are both certified trainers, but still. So how can we add, right? Like I said, most of our sessions are online and we do this almost throughout the years. Now we come with a bit of experience, and we only believe that through our experience, both good and bad, we can maybe add a bit of value to your life, right? So we've been successfully running programs through 5 years now, worked with trainers, worked with corporate clients, online sessions. As of now, this number has slightly gone up. We have about 25 active empaneled trainers, both online and offline. So I'll talk to you about what empanelment means. Empanelment means that these trainers are given priority in our roster of trainers as and when we have requirements. Please note, we are not a placement agency. We do not guarantee training sessions, right? People come to say, okay, I'm going to do your TTT. From tomorrow, am I going to get like 10 sessions? No, please. We are not in the business of cheating people. We are not in that business. I am telling you as it is, right? And I'll also showcase and share with you people who've been around with us, right? It's a journey because we are very specific of the kind of people we choose to work with, right? And they have to go through a process that's called an empanelment process. So there's an entire process set in the company where we take you from point A to point B. If you feel or if you have the patience to stick around for that, whether you come with 2 decades of experience or you're just starting fresh. For us, everybody starts on the same playing field. There's no discrimination here, right? So why you should hire, why you should trust us, that's up to you. You trust us, don't trust us, that's completely up to you. People have trusted us in the past. We are fairly genuine in our approach. We don't try to sugarcoat things, we tell you as it is. And then it's up to you whether you choose to do our programs or not choose to do. But our job is to kind of tell you. Now, these are the only faces I could put in a slide. Some of the active members, I would say. Right from the left, you have Vaidehi. She's the youngest we have. She's all of 25. She's taking training sessions in Bombay. In fact, she's done almost 5 to 6 training sessions with us, all offline. I think she's done a couple online also. Anu was from Malaysia. She recently shifted back to Chennai. Gitika is from Chandigarh. We have Harshita. She was from Himachal Pradesh. Lakshmi, she's from Bahrain. Actually, she again shifted back to Chennai very recently. One of our oldest participants. Rimli is for Hyderabad. She's one of our senior trainers. Arvind is from Bombay. He's also into OD interventions and is an ICF certified coach. You can always, so they are like legit people. Like, we're not trying to create people off the air. You can see their testimonials on our website. You can go on their LinkedIn and check. Just to give you an idea of what we have done in the past, because I think as it is my duty as the founder of the company to tell you things as it is, because a lot of people don't get a chance to go through our website, even though everything is on our website. we do these sessions so that if you don't have the time, at least sit through these sessions so that we can answer your questions. So this is just a small experience from Vaidehi. She's the youngest. In fact, she's one of our active and panel trainers, and we work a lot with her.
Hello, my name is Vaidehi Mui, and I recently took the TTT of Trainer Collective, which is their Train the Trainer program. So it's one of their most flagship courses, and I didn't know how to go about becoming a trainer, and I was a little lost. But with their support, I not only completed the TTT, but I also got a chance to shadow them as a trainer for a while. After which, I also ended up taking my own online session through their guidance, and now I've also taken an individual live training program for the entire day. They have supported me immensely, guided me, and they've also helped me develop my skills as not only a trainer but even as an individual. And I'm really happy about how I have progressed in my journey. So yes, thank you, Trainer Collect.
So she's one of,
Hello.
you can, she is Rimli. If any of you have ever attended any of her programs, you would see that she actually takes online sessions on behalf of the company. In fact, she's one of our senior trainers. The next Train the Trainer also she will be taking. FYI, for people who will be taking their TTTs or choose to do their TTTs, she will be taking almost 2 to 4 sessions on behalf of the company, because now she is an empaneled trainer, right?
I am a trainer, and I've had quite a few feathers, and not sure if you're able to see it, but I have a feather that says I'm a certified train the trainer. I have a feather that says I'm a certified emotional intelligence coach. I have a feather that says that I am a happiness practitioner. And I very proudly display all of those feathers. Not sure if you're able to see it. But who helped me add these feathers to my cap? I think the platform called Trainer Collective. Their ability to go ahead and share knowledge, share resources, and share a study helped in gaining this confidence that I am talking to you with today, right? Research says that study alone does not help. Research says if you have to study, you will have to have practical examples as well. Practicality and knowledge together is what you get to the table while enrolling yourself on this platform. So I wish Trainer Collective all the very best with the efforts that they have made to go ahead and curate such amazing content. Also wish that they have more additional trainings that they can offer us, and I will go ahead and add the feathers that I would want in a more confident manner.
So, anyways, that was a mini joke where she's, wearing feathers and talking about it. Anyways, so she's been with us for, I think, about 2.5 years now, give or take, and she actively takes training sessions. Now, one thing I want to kind of share with all of you is that we have a thorough process of empanelment, right? Not everybody cuts out to get all the training sessions. We give opportunities to everybody. It's a playing field, right? And I'll take you through that process. But how many people fare well? How many people actually end up at the end of the road? Very few remain. That's why if you see our total count of active empaneled trainers, and active means that these are people who are actually working with us as we speak, both in the online and offline versions, are slightly smaller, right? Not because the others weren't good enough, but some people stick around, some people don't. That's just life. That's just how life is. Some people are serious, some people are just testing the waters, they are not sure. And then they go along the way, and we don't have any issues. But all these are freelance empaneled trainers, which means you can work with others, you can do your own thing, and you can also be available for our sessions as and when we ask you in advance, right? So that's another thing that I wanted to talk about, that these are not, you're not doing a job for our company, right? You're just a freelance trainer. You can do whatever else you want with your life. Whenever we want, we would like to hire you for a particular training session, we outsource it to our people, right? All the ex-participants that you have kind of seen. the road ahead, I'll quickly take you, because I've not kind of added it as part of this. For people, now there are two ways that our company works, right? If I've shown you the 6I holistic human development model, right? So the one is that you can choose to do a standalone program with us, right, which is train the trainer, right, wherein you do the entire program, which is a 3-weekend program that I will kind of take you through on the website itself. You can choose to do that program, but empanelment is not part of that program, right? Somebody was asking me what is the difference between being an empanel trainer and not being an empanel trainer. So I'll quickly take you through the website, and I'll share the link in your link box also, or somebody from our team will probably reach out to you for people, who are interested in this. Part 1 is only train the trainer, right? If you go on our website, you can go under certificate programs, you can see certified professional trainer program. So this particular program, our next cohort starts from 22nd November, right? This is for people who are interested in getting certified as a trainer through our company. 22nd, 23rd, 29th, 30th, 6th, 7th. We run only weekend batches, and the timings are 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time. For Malaysia, it will be 2.5 hours ahead. For UAE, it will be 1.5 hours below before, whichever part of UAE you are in, right? You would know that better. Now, this is a very well-designed program that our company has been doing for more than, I would say, 5 years now, right? And that's how we've been able to create a pool of trainers, I would say, over the years, right? Now, what is covered as part of the program? I'll just quickly take you, because it's all on our website. If somebody has got the opportunity to go through the website, you can see. Otherwise, since you are here, I'll take you through what the program is all about for people who are interested, right? So we offer 2 levels of the program. So one is the foundation level, where you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules that we cover, right? Starting from trainer foundation and impact assessment to all the learning principles required. We touch ADDIE approach, we touch Kolb's, right? To content creation, where we will teach you how to create content. And please note, these are not completely theoretical sessions. These are all practical, which means you have to do the work, right? Because as we are sitting there, we are also kind of testing and understanding if there's somebody from this particular batch who we can potentially work with as a trainer, right? So we have a vested interest in that also. We again, facilitation and foundational practice and feedback mastery. Now this is part of level 1, which is your foundation, which is 5 modules. Then we also take you through another 5 modules. So totally you get 10 modules with us, right? So it's a 24-hour program. It's a long program. It's almost 3 weekends. The reason why our company decided to keep it slightly longer is because there's a lot to learn, right? And once you go through these 10 modules, right? This year we've also added a very small mini capsule on AI enhanced training integration, because a lot of trainers don't know how to use digital tools, don't know how to use AI tools. So we thought, why not? This could just add a little bit more to your toolkit as a trainer if you decide to go for it. The last thing as a trainer that you'll be asked to do, it's a capstone project where you are asked to deliver a live training session to us, right? So us could be, we also try and get guest speakers or, guest people from the L&D space who can come and kind of judge how you're doing, because feedbacks are very important. We try to keep these sessions as practical as possible, because let's be honest, becoming a trainer is more about testing, trials and errors, and kind of moving from there. So unless you don't physically conduct a training session like this, we won't know how competent you are. You also won't know how competent you are. Can you or can you not deliver? So each participant is supposed to give an online as well as an offline mock, right? Without mocks, we don't onboard anybody. Mocks are then reviewed, And on the basis of that, a feedback analysis happens, which is one-on-one. So feedbacks are never given as part of a group because, all of you come with different competencies. Not necessarily everybody will perform the same way. Some of you might be good at something, some others may not. But our job as trainers, as a company who launches these programs, is what can we do in our capacity to take you from A to A+1, right? That's the reason why you're joining us. If you're a novice, if you're starting from scratch, it is our duty as part of the program to take you to a level wherein you can at least confidently take 1 hour worth of sessions, if nothing more. After that, it's just upskilling and getting on to the next level, right? The rest of the things you can see on our website. I don't want to go too much in detail in it because it's all on the website. I'll share the link in the chat box with all of you. So when you have the time, go through it. This particular option does not come with empanelment. Okay, so for people who are interested in only doing their train the trainer, you will be a certified professional trainer, certified by Trainer Collective. And yes, this is valid in all countries. In fact, a lot of HRDC certified trainers have already done this program with us. Anupriya, whose photo we showed you, she was already HRDC certified, but she still chose to do this because it opens up options for her not to just train in Malaysia, but also in India. Because we have a lot of Malaysian audiences here, I know that specific question will come, right? Because it's regulated in Malaysia. It's very different than in other countries, which is relatively a more open market. So in this step, in this option, empanelment is not there, which means we will not be giving priority support or mentorship or training opportunities to this lot. In this particular program, you are free to intern with us. A lot of people are interested in shadowing us. A lot of people are interested in just interning with us and just learning the ropes or learning how the industry works or the business works. You can always sit through our programs. We have no issues in that. But that's voluntary. It's your time. If you choose to intern with us, that's perfectly fine. But we do not empanel anybody in this. Where the empanelment comes is in our Life Skills Mastery Bundle. Now, this Life Skills Mastery Bundle, I would say, has been our most popular bundle since the last 3 years since we launched this. And most of our participants, I would say 80% of the participants are all a product of this, right? The reason why we created, if you go on the website, why we created this was very simple. We wanted people who were skilled in all the areas that we as a company specialize in. Like I told you, we are specialists in certain niche areas, and we have in-house created content, which is copyrighted, right, owned by the company. So for anybody who wants to be a part of this journey, they have to sit through the sessions and upskill. Why? One is you get access to almost 6 programs in a package. 2, now that you are already trained in this, it just becomes easier for us to kind of give an opportunity to that person to take that session. That's how we rotate our trainers, right? So let's say you do the TTT this batch in November that we are starting. Maybe if you're good and if you stick around with us till the next year, we will have you take the session in the next batch. And that's how we kind of rotate. This is specifically for online trainings. Offline trainings, there are a lot of conditions attached because again, it depends on the country you are in. We should have access to a client there, the budget, so forth and so on. But right now I'm only talking about online because no matter which part of the world you are in, you can always take online sessions. You just have to log into Zoom. It doesn't take too much of your time and effort, right? Also, it gives you a lot of experience to start conducting sessions. So in this, you get access to emotional and social intelligence, train the trainer, which starts from November. Moral intelligence for people who are interested in training leadership or senior management. Science of happiness, which we just wrapped up yesterday. We have a small mini masterclass on resilience in adversity and an introductory session on creativity and innovation, right? So all this you get as part of the bundle. For all the other participants who are part of the tribe, you can go on the website and you can hear their testimonials. It's all on our YouTube, all on our page, right? For people who are interested to hear and see proof, you can see proof. There's enough proof of the participants who've passed out from our batch, right? Now, what are these options? How much money does it cost? I will take you through that also, because we are very transparent about this. I'll also tell you how much it costs to do just TTT, so that we are clear from the get-go. And I'll also tell you how much it costs to do this. Now, this pricing that you see holds for every country. So we don't have different pricing for Malaysia, different pricing for Dubai, different pricing for the US. We have a standard pricing for everybody, right? And this has been a standard now for more than a year. Earlier, every year we have revised rates, because every year we keep adding new things to the kitty. The empanelment out of all the 3 packages happens in gold, right? So gold is our premium package. It's for 55K. It's clearly mentioned, and all that you get as part of the package is also mentioned, right? So as part of the package, you get advanced master emotional intelligence practitioner, which are 3 levels, almost 30 hours of online live training. You get train the trainer with basic and advanced. Remember, I was talking about foundation and advanced level. You get all of that. Moral intelligence for leadership, you get master classes in resilience, creative intelligence, and you get an entire practitioner program on certificate of science of happiness, which is again almost 15 hours. So in total, you're getting 71 hours of live training, which is a whole lot, right? If you actually think about it as a package, right? It's all put together. Why? Because A, we need trainers who are ready-made. We don't have to retrain, upskill. 2, you are getting access to so much content, so that even if you don't choose to work with us, you want to do freelance or start your own business, you have enough on your plate to start with, right? And 3, you're saving money, right? That's kind of a no-brainer. You're literally saving 63,000 worth of rupees. So why not go for that is my question. In this, you also get 2 personal coaching sessions. Sometimes Sita takes it, sometimes I take it, sometimes one of our senior trainers take it, because I believe that just doing the TTT is not enough. You also need somebody who will mentor and guide you. So it needs to be ongoing. You know, a lot of train the trainer programs kind of do something for 10 days and then you're left on your own. Nobody bothers. We don't believe in doing that, because that doesn't create good, competent trainers. That creates half-baked trainers, which nobody wants as part of the industry, right? Be it in India or outside India, wherever you choose to do it. And here you can see trainer empanelment opportunities, co-facilitation opportunities, and guest speaking opportunities and partner events, right? Now, everything that we've mentioned here, there is an entire process of empanelment, right? So a lot of people say that, Bharti, okay, I'll do your gold, life skills mastery bundle. Now, from the next day, will I get a lot of training assignments? Please, again and again, I'm telling you, we do not guarantee training assignments. In fact, nobody in the planet can guarantee you training assignments. Nobody should also, right? Nobody can, nobody should. If they are, they're probably lying to you. There is no guarantee here. You are putting in your time and energy in upskilling yourself, getting mentorship from a company who's been doing it for 5 years, not just in India, but outside India, getting access to different cultures. Hopefully, if you want to train outside of your country, if you want to position yourself as an international trainer, and getting access to almost 6 certificate programs, which nobody on the planet can give you in one package, right? What we do with it next is where the process comes into picture, right? And I'll explain you. This is the final part of the program, so stick with me for another 5 minutes. I won't take too much of your time, but I believe it is my duty to tell you how you can be a part of our journey if you choose to do any of these programs with us, right? So the last segment, the last section before we say goodbye is what next. So this is your roadmap. This is a standard roadmap for anybody who joins us. Some stick around, some don't, right? You get certified in all the programs, which means you go for a Gold Life Skills Mastery Bundle. You participant completes the TTT program. The TTT program, of course, the next batch starts from November. You are asked to give mock sessions. So 2 mock sessions, online and offline, are compulsory, right? Then you are asked to shadow, like Vaidehi was saying, first she shadowed. We don't put anybody on the job because we don't know how you're going to perform. Even you don't know how you're going to perform, right? So you need to start shadowing somebody. So you sit in sessions, you learn, you see how real online sessions are conducted. You get a feel of it before you are kind of ready to do your things. Right now, if you see, we start giving you mini sessions. So we give mini sessions to everybody who comes to us because we are also trying and testing out, right? Who knows, there could be one person who will just stand out of this community. So we'll give you small crasher sessions to take, maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour. And then we take feedbacks from participants. In fact, we've had a lot of participants who've taken free webinars like this on our platform, just because they wanted to practice and get, real life feedbacks from participants like you. So we ask participants like you to fill up a feedback form so that the trainer gets feedback on what is going right and what is going wrong, right? On the basis of that, if you are still with us across all these aspects, if you've gone through all the stages, then we have categories of junior, intermediate and senior trainer. So Miss Rimli, she's a senior trainer. Vaidehi is a junior trainer. And others, the same basket, so to say. Right? A junior trainer through, experience and all of that can always move up to be a senior trainer. That depends on, how serious you are, how good you are, what kind of feedbacks you get, a lot of other things. And then once we know that you're good to go, you're competent enough to handle independent sessions, that is when you get your final session. So a final session can be a TTT program. It could be a couple of days as part of the TTT program. It could be an offline training, if we get an offline training in your country for that matter. It could be an entire program that you want to launch, whatever it is, right? You kind of go independent, which means that now you have the competency and the capacity to hold a session like this without needing our help or support, which is the best place to be if you think about it, which is the best place to be for you, and it is the best place for us to be as a business, because then we have ready-made trainers who are then adding a lot of value to our company as we speak, right? So it's a process, it's a journey. There's no shortcut to this. A lot of people feel miraculously things will fall into their lap. We are not the company to do that for you. We follow a very tight process. That's why we have the very best trainers, and we'd like to keep the quality the same. So if you feel you are up for the challenge and you can take it up, and if you're serious, then of course we would like to work with you, or give you an opportunity to kind of get started. Why not? All right. For people who are interested in what next, this is an entire schedule. So we plan 6 months in advance. So our next program is your CPT, which is Certified Professional Trainer. January of 26, we have your Master of Emotional Intelligence. March of 26, we have Moral Intelligence. And May, we have Certificate of Happiness Practitioner. The coaching sessions and all happens during these programs as and when they're happening. We also have a WhatsApp community called Trainer Collective Connect, wherein we add you so that you can network with other people. We do these mini sessions every now and then so that you can, be a part of every discussion that is happening. So that, you are at least a part of a group. And we have people from India, Malaysia, US, all different parts being part of this. Supraja, there's no age limit. As long as you're an adult, you can start. Like I said, our youngest has been 25, our oldest has been 65. So there's no age limit. As long as you can absorb, upskill, and come back with some real life experience, I think there shouldn't be a problem. If you already come with a lot of experience, that's always a good thing for us. If you don't, probably you can, while doing these courses through trial and errors, learn and upskill, and hopefully become a competent trainer. But to answer your question, there's no age limit as such. We've had all kinds of people uh, get into training, and very successfully, if I may say so. It depends on you. It totally depends on you, to be very honest. All right. Any other questions? I have explained you everything. I have shared with you everything. What I am going to do is I'm going to share a small Google form with you, right? While I share the Google Forms, both Sita and I are open to answering your questions, because I'm sure you might have some questions if you're seriously considering getting into the training industry, because this is a good platform. We don't do these sessions very often, but when we do, we try to give as much as we possibly know, given our experience of over 5 years of running this company. So Q&A is open. I'll give you the next 5 to 10 minutes for quick Q&As before we wrap the session. Yes, go ahead. Any specific questions any of you have?
Uh,
Yeah,
Ma'am, can I speak now?
sure, please go ahead.
And it was really good listening to this thing. Like, what are the career opportunities we can have as I'm a housewife with one child and I have to look after the house also? Like, is there any opportunity work from home or something like?
So Supraja, I think I had shared with you about Lakshmi, who was in Bahrain and she shifted to Chennai. She's a mother of a young son and she's married, and she took a lot of online sessions with us while she was a young mother, while working from home. So the good thing about online sessions is you can sit at home and take online sessions. You just need a Zoom link like this. So I don't think it should be an issue whether you're a mother or you're single. It really doesn't matter as long as you have access to technology and you are a good trainer. I don't think it has not been an issue for others, so I doubt it can be an issue for you. You have to take the time out and you need to work on your skills and establish yourself as a trainer. And yeah, in fact,
Ma'am,
90% sessions are all
yeah,
online.
one more question. Yes, ma'am. This classes will be on in the weekend, ma'am?
Weekend, Supraja. Next, we start from 22nd of November, right? That is
Yes.
your Saturday, Sunday. So only weekends, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Those are the
Okay.
timings. Also, I forgot for participants, since we are talking about the pricing good that Supraja, she spoke about it. For people who are interested, I want to tell you about the pricing right now, because I don't like to keep things in hiding. We have a very standard pricing for the Gold Life Skills Mastery Bundle. It's 55,000 if you're looking to get empaneled with us. If you're only looking to do Train the Trainer, currently we are running a Diwali discount because Diwali is right around the corner. You'll get just TTT program for 27,500 Indian rupees. Now, what that means for your country, you can convert and figure out for yourself. 27,500 Indian rupees, you get access to 25 hours of live training manual, exercises, worksheets, social media guide, business strategy guide, a whole lot of PDFs, along with downloadable recordings. And of course, we will be taking your sessions along with Miss Rimli. So you can choose what you want to do. A lot of people are interested in doing TTT and then they want to kind of upgrade to doing other things. Please note, when you upgrade, we will not be able to give you the remaining as part of your package. So please be very clear whether you are looking for only TTT or you're looking to get empaneled. The maximum that we can do for you, once you've done your Train the Trainer program, is probably give you good discounts if you choose to upgrade yourself. And you come telling that, hey, I also want to do this, and I also want to do this program and this program, and can I get empaneled now with you? Whatever rate the company is with at that time, they'll probably let you know that. What is the qualification to qualify to this training? No qualification needed, because the reason you're coming to us is to train yourself. So after this training, hopefully you become qualified to take training sessions. If you were qualified, you wouldn't require us. So as long as you want to become a trainer, I think you're qualified. If you have the passion to become a trainer, you're qualified. That's the only prerequisite. You're graduated, that's okay. Like I told you, our youngest is 25. She graduated and joined us. Vaidehi. You've seen her testimonial, so I'm not lying when I'm talking about it. What is the payment structure, Rohit? We take advance payments for anything that you choose to do with us, whether you're doing bundles or you're doing TTTs or you're doing whatever. We take one payment in advance. We are not in the business of installments because we believe that if you have clarity, you go for it. Supraja, 27,500. Gold will be 55. 27,500 is only for your TTT. Right? If you're only interested in Train the Trainer, which is November batch. If you're interested in becoming an empaneled trainer of the company, there is only one package for it, and it's called the Gold Life Skills Mastery Bundle, which includes 6 certificate programs, including Train the Trainer. The total cost of that is 55,000 all inclusive, which means once you have locked it at that rate, you no longer need to pay us money for doing any other programs. You will get everything for a one-time fee of 55,000 Indian rupees only. Diwali discount is for Train the Trainer, right? Train the Trainer, you're getting a 15% Diwali discount at 27,500. For Gold Life Skills Mastery Bundle, we do not offer discounts because it's already at a extremely high discounted rate, where you're almost saving up to 75% of the original program fee. I hope that was clear, because we get that question asked a lot. I mean, if we join and become the empaneled trainer in a company, will be paid for conducting? Of course, Rohit, we do not do anything for free. Why would you do anything for free? It's a business. Yes, we do pay you. The payment differs. So I won't be able to give you a very specific answer to that. Payment, let's say if it's for an offline training, it can be for a one-day workshop, it can be anywhere between 2,000 to 2,500 Indian rupees per hour, right? Multiplied by the number of hours. For online, if the client has the budget, it can be the same, it can be slightly less, it can be slightly more. It depends on the number of days you will be taking, it depends on the number of hours you will be taking. But more or less, I think I've given you an estimate. 9 out of 10 times, our trainers have been able to recover the cost within the first 3 to 4 months of the money they invested. So pretty fast. I think even if you're able to get one training through us, you wouldn't regret your decision of joining us. This is only for the empaneled trainers that I'm talking about. The rest is, of course, your decision. For people who are interested to know more, please fill up the Google form. English speaking is not like you, that's not a problem. I have heard your English and it's very similar to the English of many of our other trainers. As long as you know your local language, that's even better. If you know local languages, that's actually much better than knowing just English. Because India, you have different cultures. If you're from South, if you know the local language, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Yes. So for everybody who is interested, again, please fill up the form. If you fill up the form, somebody from my team will call you or message you. I hope I was able to answer all your questions. I don't think there should be anything beyond this. If at all there is, if you want to go look at the website, you want to do a deep dive, you want to go through our social media links, talk to our representative, you can all do that. I have also shared the link on your chat box so that you need to have all the information to make a decision. Whether you choose to work with us, you don't choose to work with us, you need to make the right decision for you. The only reason we do these webinars is, of course, we are trying to promote our business. We are in a profit-making business, so we will do that. But besides that, we want to create awareness of transparent practices happening in the industry, because a lot of people are getting cheated of their money. A lot of people are getting into Ponzi schemes. A lot of misinformation is surrounding this industry because people think it's a quick money-making industry, which it's not. So please be careful and please make your decision wisely who you would like to associate yourself with and who you wouldn't. If you would like to associate with us, please fill up the form. We will see you in our certificate program starting 22nd November. If you don't choose to work with us also, I wish you all the best, so that you know whatever else you want to do in your life with regards to training, you make the right decision for yourself. All right. Thank you to all my lovely participants. I think we slightly overshot the time today, but I think it was my job as the founder of the company to tell you what we do. Otherwise, I would be doing injustice to your time and my time. So I hope to see at least some of you as part of our program, if not all. And like I said, we are expanding in Malaysia. We are already in Malaysia. In fact, we've taken a couple of trainings in Malaysia, and expanding in the UAE. So if you are from that part of the world, probably you associating with us will not be a good win just for you, but it will also be a win-win for us, right? From a business standpoint of view. I'm being very transparent and honest about this. Yes, any other questions, Supraja, Rohit, Harbinder, Nihas, Smita, that I can answer for you before I close today's session? Anything specific? Any doubts, any queries, anything that I wasn't able to maybe answer as part of this session? We don't do these sessions often. Since you've attended the webinar, you can get access to our websites. I think since you've all registered for the event, we have access to your database also. So somebody from our team will reach out to you. If you need anything more beyond this, you can speak to our program advisors. They are always there to support you in your journey. And we hope to see you, hope to see some of you at least in our November batch. All right, great. All right, thank you guys. Thank you all of you for sticking around us for more than an hour. I really appreciate. Thank you Smita. Thank you so much. Thanks Harbinder, appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. All right, happy Diwali guys. Happy Diwali. Take care of yourself, and we will see you hopefully soon in our next batches. All right, okay, bye bye, good night, take care, bye bye.